Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Meena. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you are doing well. I want to bring your attention to this news. This was first reported by Zach XBT. Look on Chain also reported this one. This is about a phishing attack. Someone lost 1,155 bitcoins, that is about $71 million, because of a phishing attack. And a lot of people under the comments were kind of mocking and making fun because they are not on the one who are losing money, and they were like, how can somebody lose this big amount of money? How can be somebody so stupid? This was very interesting for me too, and I wanted to just bring it up for your awareness too, because it's so easy to just make a mistake, and you only realize it after you are the one making the mistake. Scammers are getting smarter and smarter, and also if you have a lot of money, so people are monitoring your wallets. And let me explain what happened. So there is a guy or a girl with 1,155 bitcoins, and he wanted to move them. So they were wrapped bitcoins, so it was on Ethereum. So he created a new address. This is the new address he's created. So he started to send like a test transaction, or maybe to send some gas fee. So he's transferred 0.05 Ethereum, a test transaction. Now what happened is a new phenomena called address poisoning. Somebody saw that they are transferring money from this big wallet, and they created a similar public address with the same starting numbers and same ending number, which is a crazy part, because most of the time even I just look at the last 4 or 5 digits and assume that is my wallet address. We don't really check all the digits, all the string of the digits, because sometimes they are just truncated, because you cannot fit this long address on the screen. So some of the time the Ether can just truncate it, and you can just see the beginning or the ending number. So the scammer created this similar address with the starting and the same ending numbers, and then transfer a $0 transaction with 0 ETH. Now after, when the person decided to go ahead and deposit all 1,155 bitcoins, they accidentally copied the phishing address because it looked very similar, and also because he had just transferred the money to that address, and the last 4 digits or 5 digits looks very similar. So in the end, he ended up sending 1,155 wrap bitcoins to a phishing link. So let me show you. This is the main wallet. They still have a lot of DAI in here, but this transaction happened a few hours ago. So if I show you this, so this is the main address, this is the from wallet address, and they sent in to this, the new wallet address they created, they sent in 0.05 Ethereum. So this is the real wallet address that the person wanted to use. I'm gonna copy it here. Now if I show you these transactions, so this is the address, the main address, and they try to send 0.05 Ethereum to this, the address they created, which is this one, the top one. And immediately somebody sent a transaction with 0 Ethereum to this main address, and look at this fish. Now it is called fake phishing because it has been identified as such, but if I paste the wallet address, it is very similar. Look at the first 5 or 6 digits, the same. Look at the last digits, 853A91, 853A91. So they sent a fake wallet address transaction with $0, and I guess what happened is that this person copied this wallet address and sent, thinking that this is his wallet address that he has created, and sent 1,155 wrap Bitcoin there. Now the reason why I brought this to you is because I want you to be aware of how the scammer are trying to trick you, and also what is address poisoning. When you are sending out a transaction, especially a big transaction, pay attention to the address that you have copied. Make sure it's not only the last 4 digits or the beginning of the string, but the complete address, because somebody can create an address that look very similar to yours. Next, I want to touch a little bit about LayerZero Labs. There is a lot of controversy going on about why they are going to deny airdrops for people who have used Merkly. What I understand, and I can be completely wrong, is that I think they are trying to distribute the tokens to the real people and not Sybil Farmers. If you have used Merkly for, for bridging or putting some transaction here, that's a real issue. The real issue is the institutional farmer who are paying a lot of people to just farm with hundreds and thousands of, or sometimes even multiple thousands of wallets. Just because we have not seen those people and we are farming with 2, 5, or 10 wallets, we think that we are the target. No, we probably are not the real target. Those people with the thousands of wallets are actually the target. Now, the thing is with Merkly, LayerZero did have endorsement in the beginning. I think we are not reading between the lines. It is very possible that recently LayerZero have found out that Merkly is for Sybil Farmers because it's easy, and they have their own Sybil Farmers, and they are not like with 10 or 20 wallets, they are with hundreds and thousands of wallets. And since LayerZero do not want to give their tokens directly to those Sybil Farmers, because then they're going to dump it right away, and then everybody gonna be angry and blame the project like we always do. So they want to remove them. And now what they said is, like, if you have been using Sybil farming, we will give you 15% instead of you losing all 100%. The other controversial part that a lot of people are arguing about is that, okay, I can go and self-report myself or turn myself in if I'm Sybil or I have been using Merkly. But why I have to go ahead and report others? Why we are telling on other people? I think this is where you have to show your consciousness. Merkly has advisor, and we know a lot of people are linked to Merkly. So if you already know, and I'm sure when you are farming for Merkly or you have those wallets, Sybil wallets, you know who you are. So if you are going to report to other people, yes, well, that's good for you. You will get something back. I don't think this is targeted to the regular user. I think most of the people are just getting angry, thinking that it is directed towards them. And some of the influencers are also using this anger to for their own benefits. So if you think you're not Sybil, you are definitely not a Sybil. And if you think that you have used maybe like 2 or 3 wallets and you have used Merkly, like maybe 10 or 15% of all your transactions, I think you still will be fine. The problem is with the people, let's say they have 10,000 wallets. And they're going to get the allocation much more than you. These are the problem. Let's say, okay, let's take this example. I am using 5 wallets to do my transaction, which I think it makes sense. For a wallet that I use for my YouTube videos, 1 wallet. Now, if I am going to compete against somebody who has resources to hire maybe 100 people and farm on like 50,000 wallets, and then they're going to get an allocation. As I'm competing with them, shouldn't I be angry? I should be angry, I think, because it's not fair. We are talking about decentralization, not one body in the control of all the money and everything. So I think this is fair. And also the project are in the position to make these decisions, especially if they see something not fit. I don't think they can openly go and say, well, we are not going to give Merkly some tokens because they are farming with their own wallets. But I think if you read between the lines, this is what is happening. We will see what happens, but I still think LayerZero is still a good project, and just because they are making some rule, we should not be angry. And the other thing is that they're not totally quiet about it. They are actually having discussion on Twitter. They're talking to other people and explaining why they think that Sybil farmers are not good for an ecosystem. I think you and I should also acknowledge that the Sybil farming is not good for any project, or near even for us, like small investors or farmers. So they are not quiet. And secondly, I think they are not, arrogant, like the way Starknet team or the person from the team was very arrogant towards other people. It's nothing like that. So I think this is very different, and I would like to see what happens. Let me know in the comment, what do you think, and what do you think about self-reporting, and also when you are reporting other people's. I will see you soon. Happy investing.